Well, Lily joins us now with the weather, and while the fate looked fantastic, you've been looking further afield at the forecast.
Yes, exactly. So you may have heard or seen mentions in the news of Hurricane Ernesto. So actually that passed over Puerto Rico earlier this week, actually leaving hundreds of people without power. And there is now a hurricane warning in place for Bermuda, because we can see the hurricane at this point, just the remnants. But it could well bring some quite blustery conditions, strong winds and rain as well. Now for us here in the Channel Islands, as you can obviously see, we're quite a bit further south, so we aren't expected to get quite those severe impacts. That would just be in the very unlikely situation that this whole system moves a bit further south, in which case we could get some stronger winds. So it definitely is one to keep an eye out for.
And speaking of those blustery conditions, we've got those to thank for a rather fascinating picture that you've been sent in.
Yes, I had an amazing picture. I think one of my favourites so far. So take a look at this cloud layer of this cloud here forming those waves, and it's actually called a Kelvin Helm Holt cloud. They are extremely rare, and you do tend to get them, as you say, Keelan, on the more blustery, windy days. And because they're a sign of instability in the atmosphere, you do see them as an indicator of places where you might get some aircraft turbulence. So an amazing picture. Thank you very much for Jen for sending that one in. Do keep them coming. But let's get all your other details now. Here's the full forecast. Well, it was quite a grey and drizzly start this morning, perhaps not the best weather for the beach games down at Gory Fate, but actually the clouds starting to break up. So if anyone is planning to head there tonight, it should be a drier picture. And when we take a look at what's in store for this weekend, it is going to be mostly dry. Just a very small risk of a shower on Sunday morning, but that's it really. So shouldn't disrupt your activities too much if you are off work and planning to get out and about. As well, we'll have plenty of bright conditions, sunny for the most part, and temperatures around average for the time of year. Back to tonight then, it will be quite cloudy overall, but we'll have some clear spells here and there, and a light to moderate breeze coming from a north-northwesterly direction with minimum temperatures of around 14 degrees. Now tomorrow morning there could be some cloud when we wake up first thing, but that should soon start to break up. So overall, as I mentioned, a much brighter picture with long sunny spells and light to moderate breeze, still from that north-northwesterly direction. Feeling quite pleasant and warm and in any of the sunshine tomorrow, with temperatures in the high teens and low 20s, so just below average or around average for the time of year. Let's get our times of high water then, between 5 and 6 a.m. and then later on between 5:30 and 6:30. And the sea temperature is now at 19.3 degrees. So let's do a roundup of what's in store then this weekend and into next week. Should be dry, fine and settled for the weekend with plenty of sunshine and temperatures fairly mild with a light breeze. It is going to be staying settled as well as we head into Monday. A touch warmer though, with highs of 23 degrees. By Tuesday, that's when we could get a bit of the rain, at least in the morning, but overall looking fine on Wednesday too.